I checked in manage inventory app. We can shift the inventory from one location to another location with the help of a reason code. Okay.
Okay.
So just wanted to know, have you used scrap and return component reason code? That option I could not see.
Yeah, with the help of that only you're able to return or scrap the inventory and
That I want to.
send.
Okay. Can you show us that process?
For that you have to do the setup actually. You have to create that and then you have to do the current setup in this environment is not there. But yes, with this you can follow the documentation, SAP documentation is there, right? With the help of that you can easily.
Much documentation, nothing much written about the scrap and return component. Okay. So if those codes are visible in any drop-down option that I could not see anywhere.
Drop down as such.
I mean, in the app where I can see that those reason code.
Manage inventory. So for yourself, manage inventory, something like that. I don't think so. We have any application like that. Manage inventory.
Sorry, manage shop floor stock.
Manage shop floor stock.
So by this, I thought we can send the scrap to the S4 system from DM.
See, you have prerequisite. You can see here. You have to enable this collaboration link. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then what in this ERP flow stock is increase in the central location coordination. The inventory is in the production by assigning a reason code to the flow stock record in this. Okay. Okay, so if I go to manage stock, let's go this, added this. Okay, here, yeah. So I never thought I use this one, yeah. So here, what the logic is saying is like the where's a quantity, where's a quantity, I cannot. I didn't mention any reason code.
Yeah, 4 reason code will come here.
Reason code
just give the input, other inputs you have to give first.
Okay, 1 second. Adjust quantity, I cannot do that. Why? Because okay, see, currently what happened, this is not the ERP stock, right? This is local DMC stock we have created. So in the initially
just wait. Just remove the order number. Remove the order number.
1 second, you are saying if it is not an order. This is also not an order number. Okay. If I click on
edit, now go to drop down of that reason code.
Okay, so these
there
are
you can change the location. You can change with the first reason code.
Okay. So here I can put the quantity, like I'm just reducing equity.
Different location. If you have 2 locations, other location, if you put there, then it will be moved to another location. That I tried. Okay, I'll share my screen. What I want to ask you. I'll tell you.
Yeah. But in our scenario, I think it will not work properly because this is
these 2 codes I was asking how to use these 2 codes. Maybe you are right. We need to have integration. It is saying that we can send with the help of this reason code, we can send the return component and scrap to the from DM
integrated system. Yeah, right. It needs to be integrated system only, I guess. That's then only it will work as you're expecting. Actually.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. One more small thing.
Yeah. No problem.
There is an app manage resource. Okay. This can you explain once again? Process resource. You mentioned that if you select yes, it will be assigned to a resource, not to any user ID can perform. But how can you explain with the real-time example? How
yes, yeah, definitely. So basically, what happened? Mainly this will come into this picture of when we are using a process industry. Okay, so in process industry, usually what happened? it's not like a dedicated person is there who is going to perform every operation. Basically, if I say phases or every operation, okay, in the shop floor. It's possible in the process industry. What happened? Someone has started a job, okay, and another person completed. Basically, he came and did this good receipt or did the ill confirmation, like all those things. Usually, that this is the scenario which happens mostly in this process industry. So basically, system what the system do is like, if you're making a resource as a process resource, then in that case, anyone who is working on this particular work center, like suppose I am the one who started this SFC, but system will give you flexibility. Okay, let's Rahul complete this job. Okay, you can do that easily. But if I did no, then the system will not allow anyone else to complete the job. It's saying, okay, either Pooja has, the Kajal has started this job. The Kajal needs to complete this one. Okay. So this is always like, it's based on the like, if you want to restrict the job to be done and completed by the same person in the same resource, okay, like basically we are not allowing others to complete this, then in that case you make sure that your resource as per your requirement, you have to make the resources as process resource or okay.
Yeah, so then what will happen? The SFC you started, you will sign off, and the other user also in the next shift can work on it, right?
Yeah, if I started, okay, and then someone I just did a sign off. That's on this SFC, no one is working right now, right?
Yeah.
So anyone can start and work on it.
Okay. And this one last question. What is this relaxed flow? Where multiple operation can be worked out simultaneously.
Okay, so relaxed flow is like, you're writing correctly, saying correctly. It's more into like for the process industry, mostly we use, I guess I'm forgetting this one. Yeah. So basically, it's like you can have you can do like simultaneously can work on the different. Basically, it's allow you to do multiple, like you can have 3-4 operations. You can do. Okay.
I mean, with SFC, for example, one person is opening operation port and working on one SFC. With that example, can you tell how it will behave in the pod? How it will behave in the pod? Means it will be available for all the operations, or how it will be?
Then it will be for all the operations. Basically, this is at the routing level, right? When you're setting a relaxed flow for the routing, it will be applicable to all the operation activities. It's not to one specific operation.
Means all the operation can be start. Means, for example, there are 4 operations. Okay, this one SFC will be available at all the operation, and operator at each operation will pick this SFC and start parallelly.
No. Starting SFC, it's not saying. In that scenario, you have to use simultaneous group, not this one. This is like suppose, like what I'm saying is like suppose one operation has multiple activities, like you have to do machine start, you have to do labor activity capturing and all those things, right? So system is saying you can have these activity, like you can I suppose like you are starting a machine activity, I can do labor activity parallelly, like so that this is what it's talking about. It's not like once the setup is completed, then only can do the labor start. It's so if that's relaxed flows is off, then in that case, if I did the starting the setup, then once setup is completed, then I can start the another operation or activity, basically, not operation, activity. So it's one-to-one activity I can perform on that operation. But if it relaxed flow is yes, then I can perform any other activity altogether on the same operation.
On the same operation, you're telling?
Yes.
Not on the different.
No. Though that for that scenario where you are saying like you have to use different operations, you want to start different operations altogether. then you have to use a different routing, which is simultaneous routing.
But like when we see that processing or of the SFC at particular operation, so what we were doing, we were just doing the start, and we were assembling the components and all, and we are just completing
it. Based on the requirement role, I cannot say like it's up to the scenario what actual scenario you're gonna face, but this is a feature that is there.
Actually, okay. So I'll tell you one example in discrete. Just wanted I was trying to relate, but maybe I'm not right. So in discrete, what will happen? For example, there are about 15, 20 operations. Okay. So you have to produce a large quantity, say 10,000 pieces. Okay. So production will happen that way. One piece is processed, or 100 pieces are processed from one operation. Then they will go on next operation. So then to the subsequent operation. So the whole line will be working at a time. Okay. Because 10,000 pieces will take 3-4 days time. Let us say. So at a time, it is like a flow. One operation has processed, it will go to next operation. 100 pieces, then 100 pieces will go to next operation. In that meantime, again the first operation got more 100 quantities. So all the operations are working. That is flow manufacturing in discrete. So I was just trying to relate it with the here.
You're talking about the operation level. It is about the at operation. What are the different activity you can perform? Can you do the parallel activities, or you have to do in a sequential? That is, it's about the relax flow. These three modules together. Okay, non-conformance, user certifications, and the web controls. And yep, let's go with the non-conformance first. So non-conformance, I will not go in more in detail, like what is it, why we are using it, and all those things. Slide is there. I think there's a accessibility as well, so you can have that. I will just going through more into like how you can use in DMC, how to create it, how to use it, and all those things. Okay, because I think most of the people you are from the MMP and QM background, they are much aware of how the non-conformance work and all. Okay, so main feature, main functionality, or main purpose why we use the non-conformance is just to log, track, and to identify any deviation which happens in the process, and to take on corrective measures against those log informations. So for that reasons, basically we do the non-conformance to understand where we are lagging to provide a quality product in the shop floor. Okay. So yeah, so this is same thing. What is the value the non-conformance management has is like basically detecting non-conformance and tracking important. But basically what I said, like just to make sure like we are having like producing the high quality product, and this keep on reducing the quality and the rework, actually the cost in this. And yeah, this is also the same reasons. So in SAP DMC, okay, non-conformance, it's all the non-conformance group of codes are not supported yet in the DMC. Is it only that defect type 9 is supported yet in the DMC only? Other code types are not yet supported. So for that, you can either sync the codes from the DMC, or you can or you can create manually in DMC as well. Okay, so yeah. So to access the application, basically you have to go manage non-conformance code, and in the manufacturing, you can find this particular code against in the manufacturing configuration. This is not a master data configuration. It's like it's as per the requirement, or as per your system, as per your environment, it is done actually. Like if you have a different environment, your codes will be different than the other your plant and all. So this is where you can access it. So if I go here, so basically before adding the groups, you have before adding the codes, you have to add creator groups as well. So let me just show you. Manage configuration. If I go here, so I can see two tabs are there: manage non-conformance code, and then there's manage non-conformance groups. So group is nothing, it's something like it. We have a set of codes which is associated with the same activity. We are grouping into one. Okay. So here, if I go here in the manage non-conformance group, here you can see we have an option to sync the QM group. If I click here, it will fetch the information from the integrated system. So if you have S4 or ERP, it will sync or fetch all the defect code type 09 from the system, and it will display here, and we can sync all of it. Okay. So current scenario is that we don't have the integration system. Okay. So that's why we are getting this error. Plant integration mode is not set yet. This is because this plant is our local plant only. So here you will get the list of all the QM group with description and what is the last sync and everything. Just select all and then sync. It will sync it. Okay. This is copy. I'm not sure what it does. Mostly copying, but you can copy and paste somewhere. I think the list as well. Here you get an options. Previously sync you want to see or no. Okay, what is the sync last sync date you can select, and you have also a text field search as well. So this is how you sync your codes from your integrated system. Here you will see all the list. Okay, and the next app was the manage non-conformance group. So this is the code. Whatever you have, basically inside the group, you will have the codes, and those code will be displayed here. Okay. Let me go and create a simple scenario. I think we have a simple scenario. Okay. So let's go with the primary failure, and then in primary failure, we'll have these test fail, inspection, and audit fail. So I will go here. I can create the code as well first, and then I can assign those codes to the group later as well. So there's no problem. Okay. So let's create, what was the name? Test fail. So I will have test fail. So I will tell you I forget to tell you guys. So the basic layout of the screen will be similar to what we have in our master data configuration screen with some filters and all. So first filter will be text one, where you can search it by the text only. Then you have the status is basically there's a flexibility, you can enable and disable those fields. You can search with that. You can put search by the group as well, and the creation time when it was created the first time. So by these filters, you can search and click on go button, that will do the search. So here, let's create our first one, MC code. So here I have test fail. I will keep it. Let me keep non-conformance category. Okay, so these are the three categories. It's a failure, defect, or repair. Okay, so you can, as per your non-conformance, you can decide what category it will call. Okay. And then non-conformance data type, right now it's none. So if you remember, we have the non-conformance, data type app where we can try we can have custom fields. We can define the fields. And we can do right now this functionality at two levels. One is an assembly consumption, and second was NC. So inside NC, we don't have anything. Or if I want, I can create one. Let's keep the type name is user name. Okay, I know this field is easily available anywhere, but just for the sake, I'm just putting it. Okay. User, or let's give it operator name. This information is available, but just for the sake of how we can use this, I'm just explaining. Okay. Yet. Okay, the operator name. Inside that, I can add a field. and the field can be any of these. Okay, this field so again this fields again you can create. If you want to create a operator name field, you can go to fields, manage data fields. Let's create one. Operator name, operator name, and this is going to be text. Field label also I'm going to keep the same as a field. Okay, save it. Here I can see that field. Okay, I have to refresh it by the way. So auto refresh or anything not there, or moreover I just did that. So I have to do that manually. So if I go here, operator name, save that. Let's make it required, save it. Data is updated. Like if I go here, non-conformance, just again I have to refresh it. Okay, I will do later. I can delete. I did this is there later. You can define the level as well for this non-conformance, low, none, high, medium, all those you can define. Here, okay, next one is can be this code will be primary. So as for your design, you can make it. You want to close the incident automatically, so you can enable this one. So whenever you are just confirming or let me see how this works. For this, we'll keep it as no. Okay. A non-conformance disposition routing is basically whenever you're logging this particular NC, is there any routing or any you want to disposition based on this particular selection. So you can keep it. Okay. You can select any of this routing like return to previous. Just select it. Okay, let me once I've added, I will like once I've created, I can add it this one. A secondary also you can add any available secondary NC to this one. Non-conformance group we don't have as of now, and then custom data. Also we don't have created any custom data against this. Let me add this one. Okay. Secondary. So basically what it's saying is like I can add the same NC as a secondary NC as well. Okay, but let's not do that. Group I haven't. Let's save it. So basically, whenever we are logging this NC, it should move to the previous operation. The quantity will move to the previous operation. Okay. SFC basically move to the previous. Let's create the code for this. I will go to the group for this code. Oh no, sorry. So code I will create, give a name as.
Can you create one for scrap also?
Yes. So here you can see inside this. Okay. The structure is, I think, same. Or here you can search with any text, and then you can search whether this particular group you are looking out is for the ERP or no, or you want to look for all the groups. That filter you can do. Here, sync is there, which we discuss, and then we can create the group. So I'm giving the code name as group name is failure. Valid for all the operation activity. This is one option. So basically, if you have a scenario where your codes are not valid or you want to use a specific operation specific codes, that also you can have that. And if you enable this box, that means whatever the codes you have under this group will be valid for all the operations. Okay. If I click this one, I get an option to select the operation for which it should be valid only. Okay. Apart from that, you will not able to see this group to any other operation. Okay. Now let's add the code. So this is the code we have and create. So this is how you create the code and group manually. But most of the scenario, if you have integrated, you will just think it's from your ERP or S/4HANA. And then one more thing you have to always remember that while syncing, you are just having the SAP DMC has utilizing only the defect type 09 only, no other defect type. Okay. So this is how you create. You're talking about scrap, right? Let me create a scrap.
Yeah, where you can assign that scrap routing, and we can see, and the operator click that scrap option, it will scrap it off.
Failure, it will be description. I keep it scrap. None, I will not add any type. All it is, keep it same. Just I want to create, and the scrap I will assign to this one. So in that case, that particular section will get scrapped whenever you're doing the non-conf this one. Okay. Let's see. Wait.
We have to assign some quality check also, right, to that routing or operation.
Quality check. What do you mean by quality check? In process inspection, you're talking about?
Yes.
That is there. I think I answered this your question day before, just on Friday or something. See, in process inspection is there, you can do, but the problem right now I cannot show is because I don't have any integrated system. In process inspection, nowhere we store in DMC. It comes as a part of your order. You will see it, and then you can just fill the information, and the result will be recorded and will be sent back to the ERP or S. There's no place here you can just.
But we discussed that, but just want to like to record the result. Is there any specific applications where we can do that, or it's
plugin? I've told you, like there's one plugin called quality inspection. So you can use that plugin to view those inspections and do the result recording.
And from there also we can raise that non-conformance.
If something is out of range, no, that is not done. So inspection is like, okay, so I understand your question, but yeah, as of now, there's no feature available right now. If in process inspection is not valid or some issues are there, so you want to log an NC against that in process inspection. So that is not there, but you can, if you observe, right, you can create a data collection, or you can do the inspection. Like, see, I understand your point. You want to automate it whenever the user did the recording and it absorbed deviation. System should automatically did a non-conformance and move to different routing or whatever it is. But that is not right now available. On the case of in process, that is not there. In process in quality inspection. But for the non-conformance, for the data collection, that is there, which we discussed, I think, Friday or Thursday. Data collection thing. So there I showed you. Okay. Saved. This is saved. So we created two groups. Okay. If we create a different code for the scrap itself instead of having it here, doesn't make sense. So that type is not coming. I can see operator name. So if I put here for the operator name, so whenever we are doing, it will ask for that data to be filled. Okay. Why scrap is not coming? That is about. Nothing is there to update. I understood. Okay, the refresh problem basically. Let's go and did I launch the audio?
Hey, you know, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features: bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
So let me see if we have the non-conformance up and running. Yeah. So here, if you see, as soon as click on that button, non-conformance button, I move to a new page. And at the top, you can see the SFC status, which work center and resources there, quantity, order, material, and the material description. Okay. And then you can see two plugins. One is the NC selection, and then another one is the NC data entry point. So if I do this one, inside failure, if I log NC, see here you can see this field which we have added manually, right? Is it coming? So if I give the operator name like server 0 is the one who's operating on this. Okay, that I can do. Here I can see a non-conformance code is coming. Here I can do attachment as well. I can attach any file or anything. Okay. Then add it and I did done. So I'm able to log this one. Okay, if I go back, so what we did the configuration after this one, I forget. So return to any previous. So if I log is done, I go back to main. It seems like that doesn't work. Okay, sorry. So frame welding is the first operation. Okay, so nothing, it cannot go back apart from this. So let me do one thing. I will just complete this particular operation. Okay, and now I turn to frame printing. I will go on frame printing, and from there I will try to do this. Okay. This is the order. Okay. So data collection group, which we have, that is there. Components, we didn't have any components. We didn't have any work instruction. This is fine. Let's start this operation. And then let me log in non-conformance. I will do the same only. Add and done. So this is the operation. If you see, it went to the, so it is asking me what is the next step. So I say basically my configuration was return to any previous. Okay. So whatever the previous operations were there, it was showing me here and asking me to select it. So I can select this one. And you can see all order will be processed on this one. all of the order means basically this order will be processed on the frame. So basically this SFC is now moved back to the frame welding work center. Here also, if I go, only the order for which we moved is now not available here. If I go back and I go here, so I can see it is now back again with on this operation only. This is a way you can use it here as well. And SAP has provided one standard non-conformance code pod. Sorry, let me just open that as well. So this is the non-conformance pod. This is a standalone pod just for the non-conformance. They have one. We need to see. So let's see the difference they have. Okay. Here, if you see, they have work-ins list. Basically, you can select the operations. Here, you can see the activity. You can select. Then they have. So there are two options. You select the activity, or you can see the NC data. Basically, whatever you have collected as of now, or whatever an open instance which are in open state. Then you can select the NC, and then you can enter the data. So and at the bottom they have these functionality. Okay, this is what they have in this particular pod. Let's move and see the standalone pod what it has. Then we will use any of it and we'll see how. So similar, there's nothing very fancy anything. It's the same one. So this is very simple. It's nothing else. You just they will have a selection pod. Basically, I think it's there. You can enter. I need to check what the selection options will be there. But plugin, you will have NC table. Basically, this will be showing you the open records. Okay, this is your NC selection and then data entry, and you can here do it. Let's check this first. Okay.
Kajal, is there any workflow like it's go to NC, go to assign to someone, and how to close this NC?
You mean like you want to close this SF? Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you please repeat?
Yeah. First is like, is there any workflow setup? Like if I create an NC, then I can assign to someone to work on this. Someone has to work on this NC, right? Non-conformity.
Yeah, understand your point. That you can automate, like you can do that part. So as soon as you're calling NC, just see 1 second. Yeah, you can do one thing. That will be custom development. It's not like system. So basically, what you're asking is not right now possible as a standard solution provided by SAP, but you can work on it. So you have, I guess, NC events, NC log events, and then you can run down your PPDs and or it is
with this non-conformity, is there any associate task or activity or anything, or this is just a standalone NC?
These are standalone activities. Not like if you're logging this operate this kind of activities you have performed. That is not there. It's just standalone NCs, like you're telling system. Okay, just if defect is there or this observation is there because of these reasons, you're just logging to the system.
So to close this defect, there will be some corrective actions, right? Where to look for corrective.
So basically, see what will happen. Okay. It's more about process. Sorry. So things are there. You just need to understand how you can include those your real-time process into the system. So like suppose if you give an example, you like suppose one operator is there who's have to work on all the NC codes or NC whatever the law incidents are there basically. Okay. And he has to work only on the operation frame welding. Basically, some issues are with the welding. Okay. So you can assign that operation to that particular worker operator only, and assign this particular pod to him for the use. So whatever the uh, information, like whatever the incidents are coming, he can see here. Okay, for this one, this was the SFC. He needs to have the SFC information as well. Okay, if I click this one only, no. So I need to enter the SFC as well. So this is the SFC information he needs to have. So these are the two issue with this particular quantity, basically this SFC. So he can just see, okay, it was because of test failure, whatever the reason, okay, and he or she can work on it. If he found one more issue on after working on it, again he or she can log another NC over it. If no, he can close the incident from here. Okay.
No, that I understand, but in the real scenario, like, see, it's not only to work on that operations, right? Whoever is assigned this NC, he has to perform. There are some associate task or activity, whether it's so where to log those task or activity related to those non-conformity. It's not only to work on rework.
I understand your problem statement, sorry, but you need to understand the process. Okay, so whenever you have this,
it's a
you
process.
yeah. So basically, if you're saying I have to perform some activity, means you are putting that particular operation or particular system to a particular activity, right? So you have to set up
to close this NC, that whoever is working, okay, they need to perform some activity or some task, whether if it's to check whether it's related to the
it's all configuration. It's all your configuration. Here, if you see, I put it back to the original or back previous one. So currently what happened? So basically what happened, this operation from 20 from back to 10 with this NC. Okay. Where is it? Yeah. So basically the operation came back to from 20 to 10. Okay. This is the logs. I can see the non-conformance logs I can see. Okay. Now the operator who's working on this, okay, he or she has to correct it, right? All the information, all the sets will be there. This is one example, okay, but your example, real-time scenario will be different. If such issues are coming, like failure is coming, you might be routing it to the specific operation, not to previous operation or anything. So in that particular operation, you will have sets of activities associated with it, sets of data collection associated with it. So it's all your configuration. So once if like suppose this particular operation is my, not like any issue happened with the failure, it should go with this operation.
Still you're not getting it. Still you are not getting. It's not necessary that I am see. I'm not talking about to move to any rework operation or anything. I'm just talking about the corrective actions. Okay, the corrective action may be to retest. It's not necessary like it's a failure from the production side. Maybe it's a failure from quality side also. So to record those kind of corrective actions, whether it's a retest or maybe that component batch was wrong, to issue the new component or replace the component, whatever, right? So those are some activity or a task. It's not actually to perform that operation. Right. So whoever is working on that non-conformity, where he can log all these activity corrective actions that he is taken to close this NC.
That is talking about the basic QM functionality, right?
Yes. It's not a QM, it's a functionality of non-conformity.
But that is QM only.
It can be a QM, part of the plant maintenance, also part of the EHS also.
It's these are not supported yet. PM, QM, these are not supported yet.
No, again, Kajal, it's not nothing to do. It's a separate component like notification part. Okay. So it's a functionality that is part of the non-conformity. How to record non-conformity with all your preventive corrective actions, at the
But the
report.
feature is there. If you
All this.
want to notify some user, okay, this is the issue. You can create your own plugins. You can create your own UI. Use some part of the feature which is there in the DMC and create your own. Custom development is possible. So if you're asked me through the standard solution, what the DMC has given you, you can just create an alerts. You can run a PPD. You can run all those things. You can notify the user basically to whom you assign in this particular NC. That all you can do. But you're saying like once the operator start working and collecting some information, what was the reason and all those things. One thing is you can, whenever he or she is doing the at the time of closing, there's no option he or she can do any additional information can provide the system. It just closes. It will close it. Directly it will close it. Whatever the incident has been raised. Okay. But if you want, you can go ahead and do your own custom development as well.
Okay. And if this NC is reported for particular operation, then is it so like if it is not get closed, you cannot move to the next operations, or you can still continue to move to the next operations while closing this NC?
I think it's allowed. Let's go ahead and test right away on it. So for this particular operation, okay, I have one open NC. The check you can put before complete whether any open NC is there or not. For that, I need to check whether the API is available or not. Currently, your system will not stop you to move to next one and any open incident is there. But let me check if API is available and you can restrict it. There's no API against the non-conformance. Yeah, I think it's not there. Yeah, non-conformance quantity confirmation parameter. This is for the group actually. So read the non-conformance group, create, delete, and update. This is for the non-conformance group, but we are looking for the codes, basically logs, whatever we are doing, right? Incidents. Okay, no problem. Quality inspection. Point, speed, work central, work instruction. Okay, this is for the in-process inspection only. This is not what we're looking for. So you have all the options, okay. So this is for the quality inspection, not for the non-conformance. So basically, no, you don't have an API, or you cannot even put a check as well. For this NC related thing, whether any open NC is there, you want to proceed without completing it or not. Yeah, that is not a. Okay, so this is how NC work for the scrap. Let's test it once. Where's my pod? Okay, I what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrap this SFC and we're gonna see this SFC status as well. Why? There's no. Here on this work center environment. Manage orders. Use this for this Okay. Nothing is in this particular work center. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scrap this SFC. You can see this SFC has been scrapped now. So if I go to here, so you can see the SFC status. It's scrapped. Okay. So this is how you can do the scrap as well. So any question on the non-conformance, basically, like how to
if you're doing production, let us say in 100 pieces or 1000 pieces, and you want to scrap it of partial quantity, say 10 or 20 pieces, that is not possible. All SFC you have to scrap.
No, we could do. You could just split the SFC before you're scrapping, or based. So suppose there will be two scenarios. Might be possible that because of your material configuration, you might have 10 SFC, each having 10 quantity. Okay. If you want to scrap any 10 SFC quantity, then you can directly do scrap. But if you have like a serialized material and whole quantity, 100 quantity will having one SFC will have the whole quantity 100. But you want to scrap only some partial, then first split and then scrap. Split is here, which we discuss. You can generate this number. But I didn't like this number, so I will create my own. Okay. Split happens, you can see new SFC. Okay, I can scrap this one. So this one is scrapped, 12th one, but if I go to the 31 is still there. If I go to manage order, okay, I don't know which order was there. I missed out. Order 2 was there. So if I go order 2, here if I go, you can see 2 SFC. One is still in queue status, another was scrapped. And here you can see the quantity. Initially it was 10, then it reduced to the, like we have scrap only the 10 quantity. And this is split as scrap. Any other question before we move to the next topic here? Okay. Now let's move to the next topic, which we have is the managing user and certifications. Okay. So I think this is one question you asked in the first and second session. So you want to know the different roles which is available. So these are the roles. We have a global regional role, manager role. Okay. So he have access to the all the applications. Okay.
Mhm.
And we have manager role who is like it can be plant specific. So that particular plant manager will be responsible for that plant data only. Manufacturing admin is the one, basically the one who is like doing all the integration configuration. Okay. Production supervisor is there. Okay. So he is the responsible person for the doing the scheduling or managing the resource and labor. So he will have web access all those applications. Then we have production operator role. This person is basically for those who are actual going to work on the using this MES system, going to perform the day-to-day activity, which is the operator basically. So yeah. So these are production engineer basically to define the plant level configurations. And the automation engineer is basically who's the person who's responsible for doing the end-to-end shop floor to your DMC integration. So for those, we have these roles. Okay. This is the onboarding process basically. So I think so once you have contacted the SAP, you will receive the welcome message from them. Okay, then you have to subscribe to their DMC cloud service. And they also provide a complete guidelines, okay, how to configure, how to create initial users and all those. They will provide everything. Okay. Then you can assign or create users as per your need. So the initial enablement is basically they will provide a whole guide, PPT and all those they do actually. So how to set up your system, basic till user creation, they help on those topics.
So, Kajal, this user creations, right? So, may that a user already have the uh, SAP S/4HANA ID.
Yeah,
So
there's
it will
a,
take
yeah, I understand your point. So basically, the thing is like I don't know whether maybe I'm wrong, but with every S user ID, it will cost something to the client, right? So there's a two options they have provided. Either you can go with this SAP provided identity provider, or you can have your own identity provider as well, like for authentication and all. Like one is I know is a Okta. Another there's a lot of there in actually. So you can use your own third party application as well for the authentication purposes. So for that, I think it's in this area, I think this as a BTP administrator person will guide you more on this. Okay. Creating user, yeah, you can, as you're saying, if against each user ID, you have to create. So every person has one SID, right? So you have to create those user in the BTP for to access the system. Okay. You can, I think, import and export also is possible. But again, you have to check it with your BTP administrator actually. So as a DMC consultant, you don't do anything there actually. Mostly the administrator will take care of it. BTP administrator. This is all what we just talked about. So you create a user, you can import the user for DMC application assign groups, and then you create the role collection and the role mapping. So let me just show you that BTP as well a little bit. So this is your tenant, DMC tenant here in the top you can see. Okay. Okay, great. 1 second, just give me a second. Message is created. That's great. Need to get a destination. Okay. Yep. Okay. So basically, this here you can create the users. Here you will have the role collection. So you can group different roles, whatever that I have, you can just club into one particular group or anything. Here you have all the rules, around 180 something. So every business, we have a different sub account admin. This is the different destination. So here you can see, so you can, if you want a person to manage only data collection, you can assign this role to that person only. So he will or she will have access to read and manage the data collection group. Okay, this is for the DMC insights roles. Okay, so if you want only person to read the templates or whatever the dashboard is created, he or she needs to have this role. Production operator, this is for the edge actually. Equipment, if you want a person to read just equipment, not modify anything, you can assign these roles. Production engineer, we talk. Okay, production operator. So these are the most used. Production operator, production supervisor. So you can assign those roles to them. Okay, so these are the roles, different roles. These are the mostly you create user, create a group, and assign that roles to group to that user. Okay. Next
So
one.
under that role, which all applications authorized? Do we have that also?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Under that role, like production operator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which all activities or which all
Production
application?
operator, he or she can able to, first of all, he or she able to access the operate pods. Then basic data, master data also he or she can view only. He cannot edit, modify anything. He cannot do that.
Yes, yes. So there may be some few retiles or transactions assigned to
Yes.
that role, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that also we can see which all assigned to that particular role.
I think need to check. Here we cannot, but I think we need to check the just for the view and the idea. I think need to check the documentation might be there, but not. Yeah, here you can find role template based, right? So here you will have all the application associated with that person. So these are the applications he or she can view. So let's just pick, I think 69. Yeah. So major, if you understand the broad idea, is like as a production operator, he can use the applications pods, he can view and edit, but other master data configurations or anything, he or she can just view it. Nothing else he can do. Okay. Yeah, how we manage user inside the DMC, so that we use this application manage user assignment. Okay, this is a part of manufacturing configuration tab. This one we already have covers user specific preferences and offers session only. Okay, then we have defined certifications. Okay, so certification is nothing but it's just an idea, or basically we are saying this particular to perform certain operation or activity on shop floor, certain skills are needed. Okay, and for those, a person operator who is working should have that skill. Then only he or she will be able to operate or work on those operations. So for that, we have that provision as well. Basically, skill-based operations we are enabling here. So in DMC, managed certificate is an application where you can manage certificates and you can assign and to those certificate to different business objects like operation, material, activity, and resource. Okay. So basically, what does this do is like whenever an operator working on a material which need a certain certificate, if she does not have, it will not allow that person to start the job unless until he or she has that skill, means that certificate. Okay. So let's create one certificate and then we will go with the web components. Do you guys want me to go to user management as well? Let me just go quickly. So this is the application where you, so basically when your US user ID and the BTP connectivity is there or configuration is there, right? Once you are creating for the first time you're logging, the user will be created automatic. Else you can do any supervisor or admin can create the user as well. So for each against user, you can see the name and batch number also you can assign. Okay. Then you can assign certificate, work center. This is their working calendar. Basically, here you can assign supervised. So you can assign any the user who want to supervise those you can also do, and custom data also you can assign. Okay, these are the fields where you can do. Let's go and see the certificate part. Okay, how it works. Next certificate. So yeah, here it's similar to the this one. Structure is similar to the manage quote or something which we saw the right way. So here again, text filter, status level, and the creation level filter you have. Okay. Let me just create one certificate. So this certificate I want for the painting. Okay. So for painting frame, actually I want some skill actually. That's need some skill. And if the person has the skill, then only he or she will perform. So here this duration is like you want to have a temporary or permanent, okay, that you can type. Then we have a duration. So month, day, week, for what duration you want to make this certificate valid. Okay, maximum number of extensions and max extension duration. So basically this is your duration. What is the maximum till what you want to extend the certificate in the system, so that you can also have it. Okay, you can define. Here you can did the assignment, business object assignment for this particular certificate. Let's me do this at the operation activity. I want it at the frame painting operation. Okay, let's create it. So basically what I'm saying is and whenever anyone working on this operation, okay, that person need to have the certificate, then only it will allow the system will allow them to work. Okay, let's test this one and then we'll see how to do these assignment with the help of manager assignment application. So so basically I didn't put this restriction on this resource level. What possibility is like at this particular resource, I might have a different operation as well. Okay. But what I did, I have put it on this particular operation activity. So this operation might be possible. It can be on a different resource. There also I will get the same error. Okay. So this is an operation. I'm trying to start it. Okay. Oops, it started. Okay. My bad. No completion. Okay. Sorry. Let me just do one thing. Let me refresh this page. That's a big problem. I can see. Same painting. How is it possible to align it? Let me just try with the resource ones. It should not allow at all. Or is it because I have a super admin role? That might be a possibility. Can any of you can just open the pod and try this? My guess is like maybe because I have this admin role, it is allowing me actually. Anyone can just open the pod.
Okay, I'll do this. I'll share my screen. Just guide
Yeah.
me. Which plant you want me to pick?
TR001.
Here 001, right?
Yes. Go to launch pod.
And display it.
Okay, one second. I can just paste the link of the pod once again.
Okay.
Yeah. Open the work center paint, WC paint.
Okay.
Yeah. Click on go.
Showing error.
Okay, you are getting an error. Just one second. I have opened that application. What is user ID? Which can you
Server
just 5, right? Server
Yes.
5. You are working on W Paint Work Center. So let's
No,
say,
with my Y work center also I faced this issue. So I completed the cycle with the operation pod.
see, so for this work center pod, it's you need to have this assignment. Unless you don't assign to this particular work center, you cannot work on this pod.
Where we have to assign it?
Manage user assignment. Just
Okay.
refresh the pod once and click on go while selecting these work center and resource.
Okay.
Yeah. Click on start. The ATR has started the operation. Maybe I'm missing some configuration. Just one second. Configurations are proper. There's no issue in that part. Let me read my operation. Save this. Refresh. Could you please refresh once and then try again? First stop it. Okay. Click on that. Date sign off first, and then start it again. I started operation activity frame painting. This should not happen actually. As per the configuration, it is all fine. Once again, this is certification. Also have.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
Okay, could you please try now? Just try once. To enable the signal. I'll have it source level. Refresh the page once, please.
Yeah, refreshed.
Yet allowing you. Okay, I will see this part. Why
Actually, what we are trying to check, it should not work.
Yeah, basically, see, for your user, I have not assigned this certificate, okay? But for working on this particular resource, okay, we need this certificate. So that's why I'm confused why it's allowing you. Let me check that. Okay, I
The
will
username
that
is
one.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
server
just
file.
Okay.
No problem. I will check this spot. I will let you know. It's okay. Okay. So let's talk about some web controls, basically like when it's what is in working process if you want to do some changes or anything. So one is a manage hold application. So through this application you can put the SFC on hold and all those things. You can use this. Okay. Next one is this is all about hold, and then the last one is the buy off. Basically, whenever we are doing the last time, like we are doing the validation of the operation which you perform is correct or not. For that, we can have a buy off. We can assign a buy off on the operation, and then so once we completed the SSC will move to the complete hold status where it is waiting for the buy off to complete it. Once buy off is done, then SFC will move to the next operation. Okay, so yep. Let's try these two. First one is hold, manage hold application. It again will come under the manufacturing configuration tab. So here these the basic UI will look like this one. You will have the text search, material order, and the SFC status. So you can have multiple options. You click on go. So these are the all SFC we have. You can see the status. Okay, I can like put this on hold. I click on this and place hold. I have to enter the information comment also while I'm doing this, putting this SFC on hold. So I can just put it, place hold. This SFC will be on hold. Even on the pod, if you go right, this is order 2. Here, see the SFC status showing as hold. I cannot start. Okay. Unless until this hold is not released. To release the hold also, you can come here and just click on this and release hold. I'll just do it. So you can see. So hold, you can see when what was put, and user information also you can see that information also came. If I got to go to pod again, I can see the status of the SFC has been changed from hold to queue now. Okay. So this is manage hold. Next one was bio. Oh no. This one. Next one is bio. Here I can search with text and the status. Let's create a new bio. So here I have to mention the name, version, and status. And then I have to assign it to any supervisor I need to assign it. Suppose like I'm creating a bio for the paint station bio. Okay. This is version A. In preparation, something I'm giving. Okay. I'm assigning to this particular works into sugar paint. Okay. And I'm making supervisor Raul U. So basically it will come to you once I click that particular. I will just test it. Okay. One more thing. Right. I don't know whether you have the supervisor role expense. Let's try it. I started. Okay. And I completed. So you're asking me the operation activity for is in the complete pending status. Sorry, not complete hold. It will be on complete pending status. Okay. Until the following BIOF has been closed. So this BIOF has been there. We need to close it. So if I go back, this is where I create BIOF. Where I can see the BIOF. I need to have a pod. So it's a long BIOF. Where I can see the BIOF. I forget already. Exactly. This managed BIOF. Rahul, can you see any notification on your system at the top here? Like,
I'll check. Notification. There is no notification.
no notification. Okay, let me see. Okay, just. I can see somewhere BIOF where I can see BIOF information. Let me do thing. Let me assign that BIOF to myself. But Okay, log BIOS is the only thing we can do. For that, I need to. What I will do. So what we can do, we can create one dedicated pod just for this one. Log BIOS, it doesn't seem. Okay. So adding this log BIOS here doesn't make any sense. Actually, it's better to have a pod, custom pod, in which you just will see the assigned logs actually. So here I can see one option is there, like one log is there, which I have to check and validate. Once I did, I accepted it. Okay. I can put the comment. This comment is not mandatory when I'm accepting, but if I have to reject, I have to make sure why I'm put this comment, this command. So I click on accept. So BIOS also completed. And if you see, the SFC is also moved to the next operation. Here it is not there. But if I go to the next operation, which is frame assembly, I can see that. Okay, that's not the operation. What is the operation? Next operation then.
You have to complete that operation, right? You just.
No. I completed the operation, so it will move to the next operation, right?
No. When you try to complete it, you get an error like BIOS is open. Right. Now BIOS is approved, so you need to complete that operation, then it will move next. And check the operation status. What is it?
Let me just see. So see, first I completed the order. Okay, when I click on complete, it went into complete pending state. Okay, that means because I put a BIOS on this particular work center. Once I complete the BIOS, the operation will also get moved to complete pending to complete, and then it will move to the next operation. Okay, but here if what I see is SFC spoke installation. Okay, I was looking at the wrong operation actually. If I go to workstation, it's W assembly only. So that is the reason I was not able to see it. So operation I was looking wrong. Here I can see it. So now it is here. Right now for this particular work center, we haven't any log or anything. So it can. So this is where you can do. So best option is instead of having it embedded into any operator pod, since this is going to be used by the supervisor, it's better to create a one supervisor pod and have this particular plugin log BIOS. So for that user, whatever so see this one where it went, yeah.
So
BIOS I have assigned to that particular user of supervisor only, right? This if anyone raising such BIOS, right? So anyone performing any operation in this work center, the BIOS will be created and will be sent to these two user only. So any of us can do the complete. Once it is done, then operation will move to the next step. That's SFC. Yeah.
Yeah, Kajal, this assignment of user is mandatory, right? If you will not assign, then anyone can complete it, or how it is?
No. until unless you don't have this authorization, basically the supervisor assigned to it, no one can do that.
Okay. And when you assign this supervisor or user, those will get also email notification or no?
Notification as of now it's not there. If you see, if I just do one thing, let me just add one more page works into this one. Since I did later, okay, that's why I didn't see. What I will do, this is only assembly, W assembly, yeah. Save it. Okay. What I will do, I will just start and complete this operation. I will get the message. Okay. But no notification. So notifications is not there as of now.
Is there any way I can set up that notification part or?
Yeah, I think you can create log 1 second. Bio was not there. So while creating a bio, right? If that API was there, okay, you guys can create it. But right now it's not available. Let me check the API. Sometimes happens like they don't have a public API, but they're provided here. Service history. This applicant on this. No, that is not possible. See, that is one event happening. No, that is not possible. Not possible. No. See, so whenever you're doing complete, at the complete, since as per your configuration system is moving to the kind of a next activity which needs to perform before we are saying let's complete this operation, right? That is not there. That feature if you are looking for, right, to notify the user as soon as the order is completed. You can do one thing, notification to, you can mail something is there, yeah. Let me just see. No. Push notification here we have.
So search your email.
But this message will be populated on the board. But what you are saying is like you want to notify the supervisor as soon as the operation got completed.
Yeah, see, operator generally in a systems all the time, right? But the supervisor, they are not always on the system.
Okay.
Right.
Alerting you can do, I guess. Then, like once, as soon as this operation is completed, then you can just notify a set of users. That is possible. That custom development, you have to create your own alert types. Then on the complete, you have to trigger that PPD, and that PPD will push a notification to those users. That you can do.
Okay.
But if you're saying straightforward nahi hai. Matlab you have to use I think alert functionality for this one. Okay. So this is we have covered basically these all topics we cover. Understand the DMC ME, how the shop floor user will going to interact with system, master data and in transitional data creation, material order and all, how to release, how to create the number patterns, floor stock assembly, data collection, how to even routing we see how on the data collection if certain things like out of range it going to how to trigger the work instruction, non-conformance, manage user and certifications also, and the web controls like hold and buy off. We have gone through as of now. So basically, like overall, we have covered the basic or like all of the manufacturing DMCE part actually. Certification part, why it is not working, I will test, and maybe on the tomorrow session we will first go through that before we start a new module. Okay. We can do one thing. We can take a 5-minute break. Okay.
So,
And then
before just one question.
Yeah.
See, in integrated systems, right? Generally, we'll have all the other than this user management and certificate. Most of the data will transfer from the S4 system. So, what additional thing you can do in a DMC other than that what we have from S4? In case of specifically in case of routings and bill of material, or in the production execution process. So, like in your implementation experience, do you enhance those data, whether routings or bill of
those
material or
features are there.
resource?
Yeah. Those features are there, which we discussed, routing, right? I think in S4 and ERP, that simultaneous routing, is it supported? Can you
Yes,
transfer that? Can you transfer it to their integrated system as well? I think that is not possible.
simultaneous means in ERP, you have those start to stop, start to finish, start to start, those kind of sequences. Okay. So
Parallel
you can
processing, I have the routing. After that, I have two options. I can start either this or that, or I can work parallelly on those two
yes.
operations.
So
That is
those are
but can you transfer it to any integrated MES system?
yes, we can. Yeah, it's a status. Like, what is the status of that particular operation? Whether it's a start to start or start to finish or finish to starts. So you can have those status, but it's up to that integrated the third party or whatever system whether they will able to understand those statuses and can handle those.
Okay. So those kind of things, right? Where you have those scenarios like grouping the orders, operations, or all those features you can do, which I already explained in the routing thing. Material, I don't think so. All other apart from that, like having master information, only you can do anything. So material is straightforward. The only you can change or modify is that their lot size configurations, and then your alternate UMNs, all those things you can do. Material does not have much flexibility. I don't think so. It also needed much. BOM, you can create the formulas and all based on that. All you can do, but I never did actually, because these mostly. So see, you are using DMC as your MES execution system, not as your any kind of a source system. So whatever your changes, it is recommended always. Whatever the changes you are making in your master data should come from the source system, so that consistency will be there. Okay.
Yes, that I
So
understood.
mostly I didn't have experience anything. Routing we did. So for routing we can create a types, whatever I have explained, right? So those we can have. Apart from that, nothing much special. Data collection, it's all DMC thing. Instruction,
that is what
instruction also you can pass it from the integrated system. Certification, user, all these are non-conformance also part of DMC. Keeping like some codes and all, you can fetch it or sync it from your integrated system. Yep. Today, can we do one thing? Like, if you guys are okay, can I start one more topic and we will complete it little late, little early today? I have a hard stop at 11:15 actually. So you guys want a break or can we continue?
If it is 11:15, then I think we can continue.
Thank you. So today topic, I think this is not a part of this session, but as a kind of a plus point or additional, I want to just let you know, guys. So we keep on talking about design production process, PPDs and all. What is it? I will just give us overview of it.
What is called PPD?
Yeah. Design production. We call it production design. We call it PPT, but it's design production process basically. We call it reversely production process design PPT. So basically, it's like you're designing this place where you can design the logic, your process. Like you want to start and then do some activity and then show message to the user on the board. So basic your design. So this is the concept of low code, no code functionality that SAP is right now very much promoting in most of their cloud-based solutions. So this is where you can just create basic simple logics and you can use in your pod. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So here you can see some labels, statuses based on the deployment of your code and all. So yep, this is so basically you can import it as well. And whatever you have created, you can export it as well. You can delete and all. So let's create a simple one. So you have to give the name. I'm giving just test PPT. Okay, description also again. Labels you can put as of now will not create. It's not mandatory as well. So this is how the system look like. So whenever you're creating your pod, will look like. So whenever you're entering first time, the screen look like this way. Okay. So you will have this one where this is your called designer or canvas. You can understand where you can create your process. So click on create it will or else from here. So you can create a different processes as well. Cloud-based processes, basically it's a runtime environment will be your DMCs. Okay. Production in automation sequence will be the runtime environment for this particular process. It will be your production connector where or Pico basically, if you understand, that will be your runtime environment for that particular case. And edge is basically the edge environment. I don't know much about the edge, so sorry for that thing. But somehow it is like it's used in the scenario. So edge is basically it will be your own premise system or on-premise server. So this will be used the most basic use case I understand of the edge is like suppose sometimes some downtime is there, the server was not available. So in that case, you will have facing some loss of data, right? If your execution, your shop floor is running, but your DMC or any other system is down, you will have some loss of data. So in that case, so they will have a two system. One is the edge. Basically, it will be on your premises, and data will be flowing from there, will going to the edge as well. So whenever such scenario happens, you can retrieve all the information from the edge system whenever you up and running. So basically, whenever the DMC system is up and running, it can fetch the information from edge. But this is the one basic scenario I can understand from it, but it is also a vast topic, which I don't have much expertise in this area. Okay. So next one is the tab where we have some controls and services. Can I see services? No. Okay. Can you guys give me? Okay, let me explain the point, whatever the thing you can see here, and then we'll take a break of 2 minutes. Okay. One setup is not done yet. I will check with team if they can do. Otherwise, I will try to do, and then we can continue for the next 10 minutes. Okay. Controls here. This controls is so basically right now I can see 3 controls only, but there's more controls. I will show that as well. So this is starts and unconditional. Start basically it start and end needs to be there in your PPD. Basically, it's saying this is the start point and this is the end point. Condition is basically some XYZ condition, like if X value is 10, then go to the right or left. That condition is this. Okay. Next one is this call as history tab, in which you will see the history when this pod is created, deployed, deleted, whatever it is. So what actions you're performing on those pod means creation, deletion, deployment, all those things you can see here, the log of that pod, a PPD. Here there's a user, you can assign, add user or work group, everything. Let's create
just one request. Can you please go slow?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sure. Yeah, now let me go slow. So right now we are creating the PPD. Here I can type the description. Here you have to select what type of runtime you are using, which I told you, right? Cloud, Edge, production connector, or the cloud connector. Production connector and the cloud connector will be your automation sequence. Okay, Edge is the Edge environment and cloud environment will be your DMC environment. Okay, let me see. So here cloud environment is coming, DMC cloud. If you want to make sure this particular production process is available to the production connector and the cloud connector runtime also, you can enable this checkbox. So whenever you are using the automation sequence, in that time also you can call this PPD as well. So you can have internal one PPD call to the different PPD call can also be happen. Okay. So this is how it look like. So this is one process. In this process, you will have the ID of this process, which is testing. Then runtime environment, you can see here. You will have a local variable. So local variable, you understand like your, anyone is from MEMI background here. So you create variables, right? So those variables like can be used throughout the process. So it will be available throughout the process. You can use it at any stage or any level. This variables, like we create our variables in our other languages, right? So this is same, and it is like will be available throughout this process only. Okay, if you are calling this process from outside, that time it won't be available. It's a local variable only. Then we enable this particular field, which is like make sure this is available to the production and plant connectivity run environment. And right now we haven't published it, so that's why it's the status is showing us no. Here about save, delete, and check used where. Save is basically whatever you created here. You can just save it. So once you save, the status will be still in draft. Once you deploy, then it will change. Then delete, if you want to delete this process, you can delete. Checked used where, basically where this process has been used in different other objects. So that information you can check it from here. Next one is added header. So in header, you can just added the name, description, publish to the service registry. Is that means you can use this particular, once you enable this particular PPD will be created as a service, and you can see the service in here as well, service registry, and you can use as a part of your then you can use it as a service in the PPD as well. Okay, let me just save it. Okay, here I told you, right, you can see more options. So here now these are the new more options came. So parallel is like, so if you have two logic, so want to process it, like want to execute parallelly, then use this one. Wait, if you want to put some waiting point on certain step. Like suppose I did a query and then I want to wait for certain time. Okay, so I can use this way. Wait. Error and catch, one thing is if any error occurs, you want to catch it, or if you want to put on end. Script is the main thing. Script is basically here you can write your own script. This is JavaScript. Basically, you write your own JavaScript here, and you can perform the logics. I think it support which version? I will check this one, which version, and then it is a pod message. So when whatever the messages you will want to display and notify to the on the pod, okay, then we use this action or control. Below you can see the services. Okay, let me just minimize this a little bit. Yeah, so these are all the services which DMC provides. So these services, what you see here, will same as what you can see here in this service registry. Okay, under the DMC group. So these are the inbuilt, like if you are for reading the tags, values, and all for indicators and all. This is one built-in service. This is for the plugins basically. So what are the plugins we have used here? That also we can use as a part of the PPD as well. Okay. But mostly we interact with these. So these are the services or APIs we will call. So like suppose what we want to do. I want something similar. Okay. Let's do simple thing. So I want to start a SFC instead of using the standard plugin. I want to go with the custom solution or custom PPT which we are creating. Okay. So what I will do, I will go here. I just drag that. Why it is coming so. Okay. Now it is fine. I don't like this one. I don't know why it's what. Is this visible to you guys?
Yeah. You're not able to release it, right?
No, the thing is, this because of screen resolution, it's coming very, very small. So can you see the start at control?
Yes.
Okay, then fine. If you guys can see, great. So this is the start. Okay, and start I can create parameters. Okay, like SFC start, like any parameters if you want to create, you can create the parameters. Pod notifications, specifically what type of pod you want to notify or trigger the push notification. So you can select that pod type. Okay, then you select the this options or filters. Okay, so either you can map it with your input or you can just hard code it with the value, which is like currently I'm just working for this one, so I can put this as well. Okay, or you can just map it from the input. So here let's say I created the plant, type is box and type, created type is string. These are the types which is supported as of now. String, array, long, and all those things. So we can go through this list. So it's a huge list. And font required, let's see. So here if I come, I can just do one thing. Since our having one-to-one mapping, I can select for resource as well this, or keep it in this. So input mapping added. So then after that, what I'm going to do is like I want to start an SFC. Very small. I don't know why it's very small. I cannot do. I don't know why it's coming like this way. Let me do one thing. On the screen also same thing.
Our comprehensive student metrics ensure top-notch learning experiences. We track engagement through attendance, participation, and video interactions. Performance is measured via quiz scores and assignment submissions. We monitor learning behaviors, including time spent and revisit patterns. Our metrics cover social learning, course completion rates, and even post-course success. With technical data on platform usage and device information, we optimize every aspect of your learning journey.
Okay, I didn't save that one. Okay. So see what happened. I just closed the browser. I didn't save it, so I'll just go on. Let me just try this one. Now it is fine. That time it was coming very small for me. I don't know how you guys are saying it is visual to you, but for me it was like horrible to work on. Okay, let me just see. So if you see this one, so this is the name of the service. I can change this name. I will keep it same. If you want this automatic retry, you can enable. Okay. So these are the parameters basically, which we need to provide this service so that it can execute successfully. Okay. So I will quickly do that. Once SFC start, I just want to do a pop-up a message to user as well, and then just end. Okay. If anything happens, any issue happen on this, let me just join it. So whenever I'm clicking on this, I can see this options. The next step, the condition, error message, or you want to put an end after this. That is. So like this one here, I want to put this, and after that, I want to go it here only. So what I did, if any issue happen or the service failed, catch this error and then end the process. Do nothing. Okay. Or if you want to display some error message, something like that, so I can just put a coming here. So I will do one thing. I will just delete this one. This will first. If any error happen, any issue will be catch. Come to this message, and then after that, do this. So let me do one thing. So this will be our logic. Okay. Once I will assign this particular PPT on a button. As soon as this ink started, we'll start the SFC. If everything goes right, we'll display the message like SFC started. Okay. No confirmation. If you want confirmation from user, like okay, then this will come as a pop-up, and we will have to say okay. I will keep it toast message only, so it will come as here at the bottom. Okay, and then end the logic. Nothing else. If anything happen, any issue happens, so I will say here error should catch. So error catch can happen on any of these reasons. These are the standard ones. Okay. If any of these error happens, this one, it will be catch, and then will come to here. Here I will say error happen. Any message I'm just putting. Okay. Let me say this. But to run this service, I need these information. and this will be coming from the pod, and so that I will going to create those input here. So we'll have operation will be string, then we have work center that will going to be string, then we have SFC that will also going to string, plant also I'm going to pass it from the, so it's going to be string. That's it. Let's save it. So these are all we need, right? Operation, plant, resource, SFC. Okay. So we have that, and then again we have to notify the user as well, right? So that I will do this. Okay, let's save it. Once you save it, okay. Now it's, since you created a logic, okay, everything is same file. What you have to do is you have to deploy it. Okay, so for deploy you can do quick deploy, or you create a deployment group or anything. So I will going to do a quick deployment. Okay, it will be deploy and activated. So so one error is there. So they are saying like parameter assignment for the plant is missing, which is true because here we didn't do any assignment. So I will assign all the parameters which is needed. I will assign the resource to work center. Oh no, I need to have work center because in our case, our resource and work center name is different. I will do one thing. In this parameter, I will pass the resource value instead of work center or SFC. Here, I will assign the SFC. Okay, I will save it. Save all. Nothing is there. I will do a quick deploy. Okay. So here you can do the run as well. So you can test it, whether it's working or not. Okay. Or you can do is start directly. You can just test it here. So this one. Let me go to the pod designer. Any order we have. WSM unit. So what I'm going to do is now this is not my pod. How is it? This is my pod. Okay. So in activity on this particular start, instead of this start plugin, I'm going to use my processing. So this is a processor which we created. You can see the name. So testing is a name. So how it came actually, P is a naming convention for the production process design. Then the test PPD is the name of your designer. Okay. And testing is the name of your process. So testing. So P underscore your designer name underscore the process name. Okay. Let's create. And here I have the configuration. So whatever the parameter I'm creating there. Okay. Call type you can keep, we are going to keep as synchronize only. So response, if you want to have, you can put the response as well, but we already have our own, so will not. I want activity, I want plant, I want SFC, and this I will pass the resource. Okay, this is done and tested. Now we'll go and test it. So if I'll go to main page, I will test it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the which works it is. This is complete assembly. I will going to go to assembly work center. Here I have the operation. I will try to start the process. The standard plugin is not used. We are using our custom plugin or custom PPD basically. So I will click on start. I'm expecting one message should come like the message. What was the message? SFC started or either error happened. Okay. So I click on start. Let me just see. So to monitor your production process, okay? So we have one app called Monitor Production Process. So whatever the processes are getting executed and all, you can just see the statuses and all. Okay. So here I can see some issue happen, but message was not displayed to me. The reason behind is because in our pod, I didn't have enabled this one. Here I'm saying I will send this a message, pod message, but my pod is not subscribing to it. So that's why the message was not displayed on the screen. So event will be subscription to the work center and event will be the production processes. We'll click OK and save it. Now I will do one thing. I will just go back, refresh this page, and I will try again. So assembly, batches, this one. I will just sign up first. Okay. And then now I will click on start again. What I can understand is process is running, okay, and it was completed as well. But here that is not in queue and operation final, since it's in the final assembly. Okay, not this message. So let's go to the previous one. Okay, what happened is first time when I click, it's run properly, but pod message is not displaying on the screen. That is one problem. So logic executed properly, but the message which we are expecting here to be displayed, here I can see the icon is enabled also. It's listening to that particular, but it doesn't get happened. That's a problem. Let's subscribe to this. Save it. So this is a basic idea I'm telling you, like how you can create your own logics and you can deploy and then you can use on your pod. Okay. So this is
this we can use in pod also, or we can use in other app also, like manage
no
with
only
master
pod.
data or
No, you cannot use anywhere else. You can create your own custom pod or everything. There you can use these plugins, not in the standard plugin and not in the standard application. There you cannot use these. So see, logic is running, everything is fine, only that message is not displaying or it is coming. I am not able to see. It's not like that. So if I start again, let's see, pushing it down.
Relevant with some business case where you have created such PD, like what kind of usage or purpose, or whether we want to perform some background activity. Okay, no, like with the standard plugin only, but in the background we'll do some.
If you want to do certificate check and all, okay, that there you can do. Okay. I now understand. Okay. So yeah, that is one basic case you can do. So initially when in the previous version, like 2305 or 8, they have this in build actually. So whenever you are signing certificate, the system, work center stopped you from not executing the process, but from 24 first quarter or something, they remove that part and they put in the PPD level. So you have to write your PPD to check the certification. So here, if you see, they have certification option as well. Check certificate. So here you put this check. So if I drag this one, okay, it's in deployed states. I have to make it in edit. So on edit, it always get one version up. So if again certificates, I check. So these are the information you have to put actually. Certification array, plant and the sequence, all those things information you can put. Operation and which material you want to do this. So whatever the operation you are performing, any of these you can fill. Sequence is there. Okay, sequence you can define for this one. Check. Plant you have to put. So these are the information you have to provide to for this particular API to do the check. Basically, that certification is needed for this operation or not. So that's why I think it was not working. We can create a logic and then assign it to on the start plugin. On the start. So on the start button, I can assign one mode, which is like check certificate PPD. Okay, and as soon as the SFC or before actually, this check needs to be happen before the start of the SFC. So before you will provide the check, and then once it is fine, then you can do the start, or you can put everything in the same logic. First check, once success, then perform start the SFC, else do nothing. So all this thing you can do in the PPT.
So go to the start again the starts, right, where we assign the plugin, and go to the screen.
Yeah.
No, that port designer.
I was there only. Yeah.
And
this is
where we assign this plugin. Go to that
assign buttons, and then you assign here.
Yeah. So here we have, suppose we have this production process. Before that, the certificate check, right? Then how to tell the system, like if certificate check is failed?
That's what I tell you. Assign these logic which is dependent in one single PPD. Check first, check if successful, start this FC and then the logic. That's it. Or also system, what it do actually right now, they have fixed this issue as well. They have. So I think the first PPD throw error, the subsequent will not be executed. That I need to check, but I think they fixed this issue. It was there like it keep on executing the previous next PPD as well. But we need to check that one. Maybe they have fixed that one or what is it. So that can be happen, but in a scenario, if the dependency is there, it's best suggested like using put the logic in same.
No, but if there is a standard plugin, then where we can put that logic?
First check and then start.
See, this is the
you have to test that scenario. You have to test the scenario. So first put your custom solution for check and then start. What I'm expecting is it will fail. The start will not happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? I can take 3 minutes more, but I'm already late. But yeah. Any other questions?
No,
you can do one thing. You can just go through the PPDs once. It's simple. Just drag and drop, put your logics, deploy and test, and use in your pod. That's it. It's all what logic you want to implement, what you want to do with the system. It's up to you. These are the services for your help available.
Kajal, just one thing. The PPT which you created, it is via it is going via some message, or it is, and finally it is going to stop. Okay. So just to understand when, in which case it will continue to work. That logic you need not to add. So this flow we can see, right? Start SFC, then pod message, then stop.
Okay.
Okay. So it is just in the case of error message only it is going to stop. Otherwise it will keep on continue, right?
Yes. No. So even success also stop. Error also stop. What is the end goal of yours? You started, you want to
no, I'm just asking. So see, basically I'm new to this, so it's just it's the like, flow which you created.
So see, you have to put all your logic in between these two controls, start and end. Okay. Inside this, you have to have your own all logic. It should be start and it should end.
And Kajal, this is the
Hello.
only way we can do the custom development, or is there any other possibility?
You can do your UFI development, deploy in your Cloud Foundry environment, then register as a service in the DMC and can use in the custom plugin. There's a lot of way you can do the developments. In any this is not language specific. You can use Node.js as well. You can for the backend, then you can use your UFI or the normal JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and build your one standalone application and then deploy into the DMC and runtime environment, and then you can use it here as well as a part of the custom plugin. So here you can see, right, option is there.
So one is creating a custom plugin, one is PDD, then creating API.
Yeah, API also you can register. You can use the API as well. You can use third-party API as well. Just register those APIs in the DMC, and then you can use those API in the PPD. So APIs you can use in PPD, plugins, whatever the custom plugins you are creating, custom UI plugins that you can use as your in your pod as well as in your PPD as well. Okay, whatever the UI plugins you are creating. Custom plugins also you can use as a part of a PPD.
Okay.